Hello everybody, this is Runic'sTechRoom and welcome back to another tech video. So today we are going to be doing a tech review on this motherboard right here, the B250 Pro-VGH. This is an MSI motherboard, as you can see at the top left corner, and it is priced about $65 on Amazon. I know, this came from Amazon. Now, I wouldn't generally order computer parts, especially something as important as a motherboard, from Amazon, just because I would generally do it from a site that's better known for their computer parts. But I decided to make an exception because I figured somebody who'd be getting a motherboard like this, you know, not horribly priced but still functional, would probably be doing it off Amazon. So with that in mind, I ordered one off Amazon and I'm going to do a bit of review here for you. So before we take it out of the box, I'm just going to flip it over because the back side actually has some useful information. But even before that, let me just say, listen to this. Don't do this, but listen if you hear it shake. Nothing actually happens when it shakes, and I actually really like that. This thing is tightly packed, not so tight that it's cramming, but just tight enough so that nothing rattles around and breaks. So good job for MSI on that. So we're actually going to turn it over here. So you can see here's the design of it. You can't really tell a whole lot, but it's kind of a sleek, kind of black design. And what I really want to point out to you guys is what's down here. So we're going to start with the display here. You can see these two things you're not really probably going to be using, considering you probably have USB. But here is what you're really interested in right here. The onboard graphics outputs. There is a VGA and there is a DVI-D. And then up here you have a LAN port, two USB 2.0s, USB 3.1 gen up here, and an HDMI port down here. Another USB 3.1, 3.1 gen type C link, and then microphone slots. So right off the bat, as far as connections for onboard graphics and USBs go, this is not bad at all. I like all the USB ports and the microphone. That's all very good. So with that in the way, just make sure you can, if you don't plan on using a graphics card, just make sure you have VGA, DVI-D, or HDMI. So moving on over here to our specifications, CPU support. I also ordered this board in mind of, in case you wanted to use a CPU you already had, or if you had a pre-built PC, then a lot of the CPUs they use here are 7th gen or 6th gen Intel Core i3, i5, or i7 processors. A lot of pre-builts come with that. If you get it from HP or something, a lot of them will come with those cores. So that is very good to keep in mind. And I will make a video too on when you're shopping for PC parts, what you want to make sure each and every individual one of them fit. So our CPU socket is an LGA1151, which these two kind of go hand in hand. Our chipset is the B250, is in the name. Graphics interface. So if you're plugging in a graphics card, you have one PCIe 3.0 by 16 slot. So your standard for graphics. And then this is just your display interface. We already covered that. Memory support. Here we go. You have 4 DIMMs, dual channel DDR4 2400. And I'll show you what that is, because this actually has very good RAM support, which is what that is. So without further ado, let's get right into this. While I'm opening this up, I will just say that this actually, it also comes with LED. It has little LED probes on it, so if your case has LEDs, it has a few of those probes too. So opening it up here right away, you have a layer of foam here, which is nice. It kind of helps cushion and protect. But under that, here we have our motherboard. You can see all wrapped in this nice plastic sheen here. And just so you guys know, I have actually already opened this up, but I tried to recreate as much of the unboxing effect as I can. So, I will tell you guys too, it does come with an I/O shield. I have it in the case here, right in the back, because I was kind of trying to fit it. So the I/O shield's in there, and it also comes with a little bag of screws as well. So before we dive right into that, I'll show you guys under here. It comes with a little bag of screws, which I have set inside here along with a plastic cover. But under here you have a manual for it, you have a cable, SATA cable, and then you also have a DVD, drivers and utilities, and then as well as a quick installation guide and a little card that's just MSI advertising. So let's get that out of here and delve right into our motherboard. Now always, in case you're doing this along with me here, with your motherboards, be very, very careful in the way you handle them, because even motherboards that say that have extreme protection are generally pretty fragile. So, you know, because we're so fragile, we're going to one-handed remove that from the case. And if you're setting it back down on something, try to set it back down on the plastic, or I don't know about on the foam, but something that's not a hard surface, because you don't want to break any probes or anything on the bottom. So let's get our little review in here. So here we have our CPU socket, which normally has this little plastic thing in it, but like I said, I already broke it out. So notable right away is you have your classic USB 3.0 24-pin power connector. You have this right here. This is your LED JFP1. This is your LED. And look at this, you can skip right along the numbers here to SATA 6. This thing has 6 SATA ports. You have 1 and 2 inside this little connector here. You have 3, 4, 5, 6. So with that in mind, moving on here you have the connectors here, like we already discussed. So we're not going to go too much into those. But here, this is your DIMM slot right here. Or not your, that's your graphics port. So this is where you will fit your graphics card. I right now use a 1050 Ti, and it did fit perfectly in here. So what I really like about this rig is these right here. These are 4 DIMM slots for your RAM. And if you don't know, you don't just install RAM willy-nilly, you use the 2 slots away from each other. I'm sure you guys know that. So it does have 4 RAM slots supporting up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. So, you know, for a $65 motherboard, which is almost as cheap as they come, 64 gigabytes of RAM, although very, very overkill, is not bad at all. So right up here, we have our CPU power here, a little 2x4 connector there. A little odd, you don't see that a whole lot. But anyway, down here we have USBs, the JUSB 2 and 3. And then that is the main bit of the motherboard, what most people are going to pay attention to. So guys, thank you for watching. I hoped I helped decide or help you with the B250M Pro. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And do comment if you decide getting this board or if my video helped with your decision-making process, because I really do like to know that if I helped you guys. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Take care, and goodbye.